November 22, 1987, a chilling night that still haunts the airwaves. Thousands of Chicago viewers watched in shock as their screens were hijacked by a figure straight out of their nightmares. A laughing, masked man who would become the only broadcast pirate in U.S. history to successfully interrupt a television signal. The FCC launched a frantic hunt. The FBI poured resources into the case. But decades later, his true identity remained shrouded in mystery. As years passed, the incident took on an almost mythical quality. It became a cautionary tale whispered among hackers and broadcast engineers alike. A reminder that even the most secure systems have weaknesses, waiting to be exploited by those clever or determined enough to find them. 9:14 p.m., Doctor Who fans settled in for their usual Sunday night entertainment. Suddenly, their screens flickered and cut to a disturbing sight. For 90 heart-stopping seconds, a distorted figure wearing a Max Headroom mask ranted incoherently, his body twitching and spinning. He brandished a flyswatter, spanking himself as garbled audio assaulted viewers' ears. Then, as abruptly as it began, the transmission cut to black. Silence fell, leaving the city stunned. How did he pull it off? The hijacker had found a way to overpower the microwave relay between WGN studio and its main transmitter. All it took was the right equipment, a powerful transmitter costing around $10,000, and either a helicopter or access to a tall building within a 15-mile radius of the station. But the question that's plagued investigators for decades remains: why Max Headroom? The sci-fi show had recently been canceled. Was this an act of twisted revenge by a disgruntled fan? Let's examine the creepiest clues left behind by our mystery hacker. The mask, not just any rubber disguise, but the exact model sold at a popular Chicago department store. Was this a local prankster, intimately familiar with the city? The voice, pitch-shifted and distorted, clearly an attempt to hide the culprit's real accent and vocal patterns. What was he trying to conceal? The props, a Coca-Cola can prominently displayed, a nod to Max Headroom's recent ad campaign for the soda giant? Or a red herring meant to throw investigators off the scent? The dialogue, amid the gibberish, the phrase "your love is fading" could be heard. Eerily similar to lyrics from a local Chicago band. Coincidence, or a cryptic message? As the investigation unfolded, several suspects emerged. A former WGN engineer, fired just weeks before the incident, topped the list. Did he have the technical know-how and motive for revenge? A pirate radio group known as the Deadly Faders had previously threatened TV hijacks. Was this their big moment? Even members of the band whose lyrics were potentially referenced came under scrutiny, though their alibis ultimately checked out. But here's where things get truly baffling. The FCC, tasked with safeguarding the airwaves, seemed almost eager to bury the case. No forensic evidence was collected. No arrests were ever made. It's as if they wanted the whole incident to fade from public memory. Decades passed. The statute of limitations expired, meaning even if the culprit came forward today, they couldn't be prosecuted. In 2018, a glimmer of hope emerged when a Reddit user claimed their uncle was responsible for the hack. But just as quickly as the poster appeared, they vanished into the digital ether, taking their tantalizing lead with them. So we're left with the haunting question: what was the true motive behind this broadcast invasion? Was it simply an elaborate prank, a group of tech-savvy friends pushing the boundaries of what was possible? Could it have been a twisted form of performance art, meant to shock viewers out of their complacency? Or was there a darker message, a warning about the vulnerability of our information systems that went unheeded? The Max Headroom incident stands as a chilling reminder of how fragile our networks can be. In an age of increasing digital dependence, are we any more secure now than we were in 1987? Or are we just as vulnerable to those who might seek to hijack our screens for their own mysterious purposes? As we ponder these unsettling questions, one thing remains clear. The Max Headroom hacker pulled off something that has never been replicated in US broadcasting history. He slipped through the cracks of our most secure systems, left investigators baffled, and vanished without a trace. In doing so, he cemented his place in the annals of unsolved mysteries. But perhaps the most unnerving aspect of this case is the silence that followed. Why did authorities seem so reluctant to pursue leads? Were they protecting someone? Or were they simply out of their depth, facing a technological threat they couldn't comprehend? The incident raises troubling questions about the security of our broadcast systems, even today. If someone could hijack a major network in 1987 with relatively simple equipment, what might be possible now? As our world becomes increasingly interconnected, are we creating new vulnerabilities faster than we can protect against them? Some theories suggest the hacker had inside help. The precision of the attack, timed perfectly to override the station's signal, hints at intimate knowledge of WGN's operations. Could a current or former employee have been involved? Or did our mystery man simply get lucky, stumbling upon the perfect moment to strike? The choice of Max Headroom as the hijacker's avatar adds another layer of intrigue. The character, a computer-generated TV host from a dystopian future, was known for his biting social commentary. Was the hacker trying to make a statement about the power of media and technology to control our lives? Or was it simply a convenient disguise, easily recognizable yet impossible to trace back to a real person? The lack of closure in this case has only fueled speculation. Every few years, a new theory emerges, promising to finally crack the code. Amateur sleuths pore over grainy recordings, convinced they've spotted a crucial detail everyone else missed. But so far, each lead has fizzled out, leaving us no closer to the truth. Perhaps the most frustrating aspect for investigators is knowing that the culprit might be out there, living a normal life, carrying this incredible secret. Do they ever think back on that night, marveling at the chaos they caused? Or has the weight of their actions haunted them all these years? As technology evolves at a breakneck pace, the Max Headroom incident serves as a stark reminder of our vulnerabilities. In an era of deepfakes and sophisticated hacking tools, could we see a modern-day repeat of this broadcast invasion? And if it happened now, in our hyper-connected world, how much more damage could be done? The case remains open, a cold file gathering dust in some forgotten archive. But for those who witnessed it firsthand, and for the generations who've grown up hearing the legend, the memory of that masked figure will forever be seared into their minds. A ghostly reminder that sometimes, the most chilling mysteries are the ones that remain unsolved. So, what do you think? Was the Max Headroom hijack a harmless prank that spiraled out of control? Or was it something more sinister, a warning we failed to heed? Drop a comment with your theory. Code prank if you think it was just mischievous hackers having fun. Code corporate if you suspect it was an inside job, revenge from someone with a grudge against the network. Whatever the truth, one thing's certain, the Max Headroom hacker pulled off the impossible, leaving us with a mystery that continues to captivate and unsettle us decades later. Hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications. Next, we're diving deep into another unsolved tech mystery that will leave you questioning everything you thought you knew about online security.